We're here with Coach Torrey, head football coach of the Chaminade Red Devils. How you doing, Coach?
Doing great. Thank you, Tyler.
We're here at practice. You guys are getting to it. Talk with us about this group and how you feel about them.
It's just a pleasure to watch them work together. They enjoy being around each other, and we got a good group of seniors that it's fun to watch them lead. So really looking forward to a solid year with this group.
Talk with us about some seniors that'll be impact players for you this year.
Well, I think it all starts with Cam Epps. We want to make sure we can find ways to utilize his strengths on both sides of the ball. Then Elijah Griffin is another big piece to our puzzle offensively. We want to get the ball in his hands more than we did a year ago, like we did his sophomore year, and then sprinkle in our bigs around that. Finley, Jimmy Lansing and Alex Tote. Those guys are going to lead our front. Ortiz, and so on. So we're a senior-heavy group up front, and it all starts with the line. So we're excited about to have those guys.
Talk with us about some younger guys that you feel good about and think will impress this year.
Well, we got a young kid that played a little bit of spot in the backfield behind Amar, and he's going to play some linebacker. We're really excited about Keith Watson. He's only a sophomore this year, 24 graduate. So we're going to utilize his abilities, his strength, and his speed on both sides of the ball a little bit. Really excited that we get him for 3 full more seasons. Another kid that we're really excited to have is another sophomore, Andrew Benedict. He's one of our top fastest kids on the team, and find ways to get the ball in his hands at the slot a little bit too as well. Excited about those two guys to kind of sprinkle into our offensive package particularly.
Talk with us about the offensive identity and the defensive identity of this football team, something that you guys can really hang your hat on.
Well, for years, Chaminade's always been known as a running team. We go way back to Robbie Standard and so on. But even the dome run, we had 3 big backs, Jacoby Buchanan and those dudes, and Andre Whitley and Darius Days and those guys. So running the football is key. It's always been for us. So we hang our hat there every year, and we're excited about the line we got to help us accomplish those goals is on the ground. So it'll all start with the run. It's all about the process of getting those guys stronger and faster and executing and clicking together as a unit. So we're working on that. We'll continue to work towards getting that ready for the first game of the season.
You mentioned the first game. You guys open up with Jeff City.
Yes.
Talk with us about that game and your mindset going into it.
Well, we like to travel early. It's a good time to get on the road and bond as a team and eat good and hopefully compete well. Jeff City, a big Class 6 school, is always going to have depth on both sides of the ball. A new coach coming out of Colorado. We're unfamiliar with his schematics, and so we'll just focus on us and making sure we're clicking on all cylinders when we get down at Atkins Stadium. It's always a great atmosphere to play a football game. We're excited about to start the season there.
You guys got a tough schedule. Like you said, you open up with Jeff City. You got Luther St. Charles also on the schedule. Then you guys get into MCC play.
Right.
Everybody wants to know, how do you guys feel about the MCC play and what do you guys got to do to be successful in the MCC this year?
Well, I think it's the toughest conference in the area. So it's, to be able to compete against those programs week in and week out, it only helps us being the only Class 5 school in the MCC. So we're excited about the challenges that we have coming ahead, but we're going to focus on the process. It all starts where you mentioned with Jeff City. Then we'll host a very talented, really big physical team in Luther St. Charles, and then the best SLU I've coached against. So we know we got our work cut out for us. It's always been a brutal schedule. It's no different this season. When you add 2 very talented DeSmit and CBC teams to that mix, it really makes for a great opportunity for our football program. So we're excited about it.
Most definitely. Coach, how do you feel like you've been able to get back into the groove? COVID affected a lot of things last year. What's the difference and how does it feel getting back to close to as normal as possible?
It's a great question, Tyler. A year ago, there were so many uncertainties and we were rolling through uncharted waters. We didn't know what to expect. But I was really proud of how our program and our players and coaches handled it. We survived it, for what it's worth. We didn't have to sit out a week or lose a game. We didn't have a spread into our program. So I'm really proud of how the boys handled that. And so we're taking the same approach. Obviously, it's not as severe as it was a year ago, but there's still sprinkles of pockets of a spread in the community. And so we're still talking to them a lot about making great decisions when they're away from the team and away from the field. But also, anytime we're indoors, we want to make sure we mask them up right now until the spread slows. But our boys has handled it very well. They understand, the responsibilities they have that can hurt the entire group. And we don't want them to lose the things that they lost as juniors a year ago. We want these seniors to be able to have a full, complete season, not just play 6 games. So we're going to continue to remind them how important it is to take care of business away from the field.
Sounds good. We're with Coach Torrey here, football coach of the Chaminade Red Devils. We look forward to seeing you guys week 1 against Jeff City, and good luck the rest of the season, Coach.
Thank you, Tom.